Measuring the statistical efficacy of assessments using the AMOVA data analysis methodology. James E. OSLER II, EDD. From James OSLER to the Academy of Process Educators, the AMOVA test. I'm from the School of Education at North Carolina Central University. I'd like to share an innovative research method designed to enable you to analyze any psychometric test. It's all based on the notion of the power of manifolds. It requires a little bit of insight, a little bit of careful thought about measuring the effectiveness of a test while looking carefully at what the test actually measures. But what if we could examine any psychometric measurement to determine its overall efficacy? So it's a balance between measurement and efficacy. It is the mathematical use of manifolds that is the foundation of AMOVA, or the Accumulative Manifold Validation Analysis. What is AMOVA? AMOVA is an in-depth statistical procedure for the internal testing of research instruments based on the metrics from the novel Taxonomy of Process Education. The Taxonomy of Process Education, or TPE, is based off of the Process Education, PE, 4-level measures designed to measure self-growth. The 4 PE levels in particular are viewed as sequential stages or phases of professional development. The 4 levels are also constructed to build towards the highest level of content knowledge or subject matter expertise. The Taxonomy of Process Education is based off of the Process Education from Pacific Crest in 2015, 4-level measures designed to measure self-growth. The utility of AMOVA. The AMOVA model is a form of mathematical optimization in linear stochastic modeling framework. In the field of mathematical optimization, stochastic programming is a framework for modeling problems that deal with optimization and that examine the uncertainty inherent to those same problems. In terms of linear stochastic modeling, AMOVA is similar in the selection of psychometric item outcomes as the selected parameters for the purposes of hypothesis testing. The roadmap of AMOVA characteristics. The primary advantages of AMOVA are 1. Simplicity, 2. Precision, 3. Efficacy, 4. Objectivity, 5. Stringency, 6. Rapidity, 7. Validity, 8. Reliability, and 9. Utility. Can AMOVA be used with any test? The answer is yes. The operational parameters of the AMOVA test allow it to be used to examine a variety of data and research psychometric instruments or tests. How does the AMOVA test measure researcher-designed instrumentation? The creation, evaluation, and assessment of inventive investigative instruments, or IIIs, is a part of the field of trial statistics. The creation of these instruments allows the researcher to build specific assessments that are designed to explore a variety of research inquiry or areas. The AMOVA methodology allows the researcher to test these novel instruments as a comprehensive research design to determine the efficacy of the instrumentation and what it is actually measuring. How does AMOVA work? Think of your test as an engine, if you will, with multiple parts. The parts are the manifolds. So here we have a circular example. As an example of a circular hole that has 4 different manifolds. So if the engine is the circle in the center, the manifolds are the categorical test areas that break out of that particular engine. In mathematics, a manifold is a space with subsets in geometric space near a specific point. The circular manifold that's presented here can represent a holistic test, as we just stated, as the big engine. The areas in color representing the different categories of the test items, and the lines representing the test items in each category in and of themselves. what is the taxonomy of process education? And here you have the model, the triangular model of the taxonomy, which has the 4 levels with a 5th level that is non-existent, which show as you go up the model the self-growth of the learner, moving from non-existent to developing to emerging to proficient and finally to accomplished. The AMOVA test tables. Here are the 2 primary test tables that are used in AMOVA. One is the AMOVA Continuum of Self-Growth table that shows repetitively the assigned mathematical weight used in AMOVA from the Taxonomy of Process Education. How it's mathematically equal to, if we would use a 5-point scale, it could be Likert or some other scale in our psychometrics, from never to consistency, that are mathematically identical to the Taxonomy of Process Education self-growth weighted accumulative outcomes. Below that is the table that shows the crosswise validation that is used in the AMOVA test. AMOVA test within rows for validity within the psychometric instrument, and then between rows for total validity of the categories or the manifolds that are within that self-same psychometric instrument. Thus, this is very similar to ANOVA in that it has its own table which is used across the board for analysis. So in summary, AMOVA is an innovative research methodology that is designed for instrument analysis. It combines, compares, and analyzes between and within instrumentation data to determine the validity of psychometric tools through a comprehensive and dynamic set of sequential procedures. Our keywords here are AMOVA, data analysis, eduscience, instrumentation, manifolds, and psychometrics. So where do you want to go from here? The possibilities are endless. Thank you for watching this presentation on the AMOVA test.